We're here in Milton at Vermont SportsCar, and not many Vermonters know that this place exists.
The rally cars downstairs are street legal. So we have photos of a Vermont-built race car with a Vermont plate racing in England and Argentina and a number of places, New Zealand and all that. And for a small race shop in Vermont, it's really satisfying. That's winner. Vermont SportsCar has the contract to run the largest motorsports program for Subaru in the world.
It's just one of the coolest hidden gems here in Vermont. Came up here because he wanted to see the race cars that he sees on YouTube. So buddy, isn't it really cool that they build the best Subaru rally cars here in Vermont?
I do like how fast they go and how good they race. And the drivers, I like them when they win and stuff, and I like the trophies.
This is a race shop, and it was built for two reasons. My idea when we built it was I wanted a destinations for the fans to visit and a nice environment for the staff to work.
Are people still surprised when you tell them what you do in Vermont?
They're very surprised, to be honest. And if they've seen a video, they're more surprised because that exists in my backyard.
I'm a Vermonter. I was born in Burlington, and this is my home. As you see, it's a lot of Subarus in New England and in Vermont in particular. So this is 75,000 square feet. The footprint on the ground is 55,000 square feet, and then we have several mezzanines. We're 65 people here at Vermont SportsCar. We do everything involved with running this race team.
We make parts for every program that we have here, the Rallycross program, Rally, Gymkhana, Lance's personal projects.
Can't do this with a steel door.
We race around the United States, we travel to Europe, we race there as well, and we have show cars that are out to do 80 different projects a year, so we're very busy. This was a special project called Project Midnight. And this car is 860 horsepower built in Vermont. This is one of our winningest cars. So this car had a perfect season. Gymkhana series. This one we actually did a video. It's very famous online. We designed the car from scratch. So we do everything from welding and sheet metal fabrication, engine design and engine building. We do the paint work. We actually do the graphics on the car.
Crazy designs like this get a lot more complicated to paint, where this is pretty much as long as it can print, you can make it happen.
We have a carbon shop, so we build carbon composite panels for the car. We do all of the trucking. We service our trucks and tractor trailers downstairs. We do every piece. Rallying was so small in the beginning that you had to do it yourself. Nobody knew about it. Nobody knew how to do this. I was the co-driver, and this is Dick Corley. First rally with this turbo all-wheel drive Toyota, and I destroyed the car. But when I was driving on loose surfaces, just that piece of time when you don't know if you're in control or out of control, our national champion lives in Vermont, Colchester, Vermont. That's John Buffum, 11-time national champion. And really, I was given a lot of time by Tibby Shenton. That was like an apprenticeship for me on sports car restoration. Vermont SportsCar originally started in the bowling center of what is now Spare Time.
I was around coming up to the shop when they had their building over in Colchester, just a tiny little building, right? Building these cars for the first time coming out of Vermont.
This is Great Wall of China. I drove a rally car, which is in the back here. This is Tiananmen Square. It's the third American ever to race from Beijing to Hong Kong. You know, I would go to Europe and travel to Europe and learn and come back here and apply what I learned here. Yes, it's still not big in America. Like we said before, it's under the radar. So we're here in the composite shop at Vermont SportsCar, and this is where we build all of the body panels and ducts and vents and mirrors and things like that for the car. Foot plate for the driver of the car. This was a duct for cooling of a rallycross car. I'll show you what we have over here. Some of the materials we have: carbon, dry carbon, carbon Kevlar. So this is a 3D printed part that we made in the other room.
That's a big 3D printer.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
It's a work of art.
Yeah, it is. It's a work of art.
Worked here for just over 10 years now. We're trying to make these race cars as light as possible.
I'm from Randolph, actually, Randolph, Vermont. I went to school at Vermont Tech. I knew I wanted to work here before I even went to school. Our schedule started a new year, so.
You know, working on the F-35s. You know, I like things that are loud and go fast, I guess. So.
I originally grew up in California, was plumbing before, and I've learned everything from all of these guys, taught me everything I know, and I'm here 5 years later, still doing the same thing, loving it.
We put half of it in the ground because I didn't want it to look like a big box. In here we have a body shop, and on the other side we have a paint booth. Basically, this is our metal working room. You want to go in? Yeah. I formed a new company called Rally Forward. We're the only one that's like this in the United States, and there can be other teams. So this is called our wall of shame. The Red Bull one on the bottom here. That's the famous flip car. That car at that time cost $175,000. Travis destroyed it when he hit a culvert at 113 miles an hour. That crash video was on ESPN Sports Center with Travis saying that was a hell of a ride. And that ignited rally in the United States. This is the assembly bay. So this car it's getting reassembled for its first event this first week of February. So the inside's put back together. This is a fuel tank cover that's made in that composite room as well. Yeah, to build this car completely is probably in the 3,000 hour range. So if you wanted one of something, you know it's probably $1.3 million.
Done many rallies and many rallycross. I follow the car around to and from home base. I live here in Vermont, so it's not so bad.
So this is the one that we used to race an airplane. We flew a helicopter in there and then sent the car over the helicopter for real. And yeah, we do some amazing stunts like that. When the car brakes, these things flip up to help. This is a different level altogether. So these you have to build with a rule book. And this Gymkhana car, there's no rule book allowed. This is one of one. There isn't another one in the world like it. I made a name for myself building roll cages. This is the electric car that you saw in the photo upstairs. Anybody can go fast. Right, when the road is fairly straight, anybody can go fast. That's not what we try to do. We want to get down a twisty road as fast as we can. This is where we're headed for the first event of the year. This is the fan base showing up and having fires in the woods.
I mean, he wanted to see the cars, right? You can come up here, you can see all the famous cars that they've built. You can also see some of the cars that they're working on for next year, some of the secret projects.
Me and my dad are trying to get the expensive rally car thing.
And when you started the company with $2,000 and you end up here, it's pretty cool. It was hard work and it took a lot of years, but this is my dream job. My sense of accomplishment comes from the people that work here and the families that they have. And we do have beautiful, beautiful roads here. If we could ever have a rally in Vermont, I'm all in.
They have tours every Friday. You can sign up online, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
I do want to be a race car driver, but I want to be one when I'm a little kid, and when I'm a big kid, when I'm an adult, I don't want to be a race car driver, so I only want to be a race car driver when I'm a kid. When I'm an adult, I do want to own this place.
You want to own this place?
You wouldn't mind owning this place?
Well, I do want
to talk to Lance about that.
I do want to just work here. That's what I'm trying to say.